No, that's not.
Okay.
That shouldn't work. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good way to approach if he cannot speak.
Can I just? I need to be nice about this.
You can just be general. You don't have to role play it out. You can just be like, here's the angle I want to take to try to get him talking about this, and then just make it roll. The more you do role play, I might give you bonuses if he's actually interested in talking. If he's not trying to really, well, he's obviously hiding something about this kid.
Right. Well, the thing is, like, he doesn't know that I know that what he's saying is bullcrap.
Probably not. Although
so,
if he's a psychiatrist, he might be able to figure out using psychology if you're not trusting of him or that kind of thing.
Okay.
You can use psychology for that.
So I guess I'll be like, I don't know I don't know how to approach this.
Okay. You don't have to do it right now.
No, but I want to.
Okay.
I guess I'll start by persuading him to, or trying to persuade, like, to tell me what other things he has tried with the kid.
Okay.
And see if he just has to be more honest because he can't come up with something.
Okay, go ahead. You roll.
I made it.
Okay. Put a check by. He says, well, when he initially came in, he could not walk. He walked as if he was a crab and could not speak. We have been trying very hard to make another check. We have been very hard trying to teach him. You missed it? Okay, you're not sure then. We worked very hard to teach him, try to teach him how to speak again, as well as how to manipulate his hands so that he could use them. All he could do before was use them almost like feet. And no, that one psychology check goes for all this.
Oh, dang.
Can I psychology?
Yeah, you can psychology.
Oh, there they are. Come in.
Your hands look a little full.
So at first it was short.
Ooh, 3%.
Okay. Yeah, he actually. This all seems to be coming out. This all seems nice. He actually. Where's Caitlin?
She is not going to be coming because she has a project and a cake to work on, both of which are due tomorrow.
Oh.
Unfortunately, so.
Wow, that sucks. Okay.
I'm the only stand-in today.
Having
a shootout?
Yeah. Then we just need Bo to come in later too.
No.
It'll be just like the other one.
We're not playing as late tonight.
Yeah.
So. I forgot where I was.
His hands.
Using his hands.
Yeah. We had to teach him these things again, and at present we are trying some different tactics in order to help him as much as possible. And I think that's everything. You guys have seen everything in the asylum. Oh, there was another set of steps going up, and he took up those. That would have been back when he was in the first ward, and he showed him a large room up there, which was a place the patients could go in the winter to get some exercise and walk around. There's some window seats and stuff they can look out the windows. And all those windows had bars too.
Do you want us to make 2 spot hidden checks?
Oh yeah. Make just one. You're not going to a place where you're going to make the second one. Since you're just parking your cars out front.
I didn't make the first one.
Okay.
55 out of 57. Sweet.
Okay.
No, I didn't make it either.
Oh, here it is.
I'm tired. I need some caffeine.
Did you just make some of that? Did you make the first one?
Me? Yeah.
I only had you make one.
Yeah.
You notice when you're approaching that all the windows in this place are barred. Like every single one has bars on it. That's the thing.
Well, I noticed
And
mine.
when he showed like down there's my rooms, blah blah blah, those have bars on them as well. Which seems kind of strange considering there was a steel door. It was one of those security type doors. It was a steel door that led from the main part of the hospital down to that part of the wing on the ground floor where he lived. Even those windows had bars on them. So.
Keeping stuff out. Kind of.
No idea. But they're solidly
Or
on.
maybe none of them.
Damn, that smells good, John.
Maybe all of them belong there, and the doctors actually aren't doctors. They're also crazy.
Whoa, you having this conversation right in front of him? Best to wait till you leave the
Oh
asylum.
no, sorry. That was outside.
Stay in character.
Oh, I thought he was talking to. You were talking to
No,
John.
sorry.
I was talking to John when I said that smells good.
Oh.
Sorry.
That didn't have anything to do with what you said. Anyway, you noticed that when you were going in.
I thought we were out by the cars anyway. Oh.
No, this was noticing when you were coming in the first time.
Oh.
And I forgot to do it. And
Oh, I
James
thought we were
remembered.
talking about. Sorry.
So anyway, you Yeah, that's the tour of the entire facility. You've seen pretty much everything. You have a good general idea of where everything is. It's a pretty simple layout. And, one quick roll. Okay. And then he thanks you for coming, and he tells you he needs to go back to work. That takes you back up to reception where that mousy, creepy lady is, and then he heads back into the facility, or he goes back, down the hallway, probably towards the basement steps. Is what you get the idea. What are you two doing?
All right. Well, so I thought we were in the parking lot.
Okay, no, you can go out there.
We'll
It's
go
not
to the
really a parking lot.
parking
It's
lot
just there's a drive, and you can leave your cars there. And apparently, they don't get a lot of visitors. As you've seen, there's not a lot of patients. Maybe a dozen patients in the whole facility.
I don't know. That was a lot of cards.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah,
that was also
8.
staff and stuff. No, there's not. There's 10. I think there's either 10 or 11 patients.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's about half a dozen in each ward.
Okay.
And you get back in the car and drive back to Providence. Is that the plan?
Bad at eyeballing it.
Something's not right about that boy.
Wait. Are you
Talking
coming back
to
to
him.
Providence, or are you just sitting in the car?
I'm sitting in the car.
Okay, just want to know. I just need.
Oh, I thought I
Go
said
ahead.
that.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that did seem a little weird.
I have some background in psychology, and there is no way. Every doctor would know that would not work for someone who
We'll
couldn't
discuss what you've
speak
been up
or
to
talk.
after they
Yeah,
finish.
I thought that sounded weird.
It sounded like he was kind of like I don't know if like he actually couldn't walk or if like his hands weren't working or whatever. But if that's the case, then he might be possessed. There's no reason he would be in the security ward if he was not dangerous. There's something wrong there. Something's not right. I don't know that
What it
what that
looks
has to do
like.
with us.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
But that
It's
makes
still
me feel
raining, too.
uncomfortable. It makes me
Oh,
feel
really?
uncomfortable for Manfred if they're going to be lying about things they're doing.
It's true. They could be doing all kinds of things to these people because they do have to test those experiments on somebody.
They said that they weren't doing them on people yet.
People say a lot of things.
I know.
So what are you two doing? It's still Saturday morning.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if you have anything to say besides what I said.
Yeah, I also kind of found it odd that there were bars throughout the place instead of just in the patient wards.
What do you mean? And then I guess I can look now.
Yeah,
Oh, we're at the door.
every room
Yeah, you noticed
has
when he points it out, you
bars.
noticed.
Every window.
Is that normal? No, wait. I'm a doctor. I would know.
Yeah, it doesn't sound.
If there's quarters for people on that probably wouldn't.
Right.
If there's a fire or something, there should be some way to get out of the place.
Right.
The place that the
that's-
wing that he showed you was like, here's my quarters, and didn't take you in there. Has bars on it, which you wouldn't expect that, especially when there was a big security door between that and the main rest of the facility. Some of the attendance rooms, some of the like the kitchen,
Yeah,
obviously
which didn't
has
make
bars.
sense at
The
all.
staff dining room that he showed you with that little weird statue in the corner has bars on the windows. The whole place is barred up. It's locked down.
And I know that's weird.
It seems a little extreme. It seems very extreme.
Yeah. That is strange. I didn't notice that.
Now, could the idol have stuck out to my person of a very odd decoration to have in a room?
It was ugly. Yeah, if you want. It was unusual. Yeah, it stood out. You guys noticed it. So,
True.
Well, that.
Kind of more curious about that idol too.
I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. Didn't it
P3. Yeah.
seem like the people that work there didn't seem normal? Is it possible that they're all being kept there against their will? Yeah, but they have
no
cars
idea.
out front for the employees.
You didn't see any automobiles. Well, they might be out back.
Those two orderlies definitely look like they belong in some cells.
They seemed like they were being suppressed. Like either that or their personalities were very bland. They're being calmed by
Calm.
drugs. That's what
Maybe
I was
he
Oh, drugs,
was
I see.
experimenting or using his he is experimenting on people with his stuff.
Well, at least in 2 weeks, I guess we can talk to that one who is supposed to be released.
True.
But that's in 2 weeks. Dun, dun, dun. I guess we'll go back to Providence.
Okay. You start your car up and head back to Providence. John! Dun dun dun.
This guy.
When you left Jennings in Lionel Hutz's car
Catching up.
2 months ago, end of September.
That was a good while ago.
Okay, wait, I've got dates here. Early mid-September. Yeah, right now it's mid-November, so that was 2 months ago. What's the plan? What would your guy have been doing? Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, he was freaked out. And he was also pretty chilled by the words of the creature thing, whatever
right.
it was that wouldn't die.
Yes.
Are you stretching?
Oh,
She's stretching.
Back in the war, he had seen plenty of dead bodies, plenty of
those noises.
mutilation, plenty of problems, but he'd never seen anything that wouldn't go down with about 20 or 30 bullets to it.
Yeah.
If he,
So, what did he do?
well, he basically
He stole Lionel Hutz's car. He took his car. So I established that. I hope that's okay. At least to get out of the area. What did he do?
He headed back to where was it? Brandenburg, that was the closest largest city.
Brattleboro.
Brattleboro.
Yes.
So he headed back to Brattleboro and somehow, I guess through some extreme convenient skill of his own, found a drinking establishment. He managed
Could have done that.
he managed to drink himself constantly for about 2 days.
Wow.
Then
Okay.
he went back to Providence and was like, nope, I'm done with this right now. So he just kind of laid low and eventually got back to his, shall we say, appropriation.
Right. His antique business.
And he saw an invitation from Mr. Pendergast.
Yes, he received an invitation.
But he was like, eh.
Did you see these 2 articles? I posted those online as well. The one is about what happened in Jen. The freak storm that wiped out the village. Did you see that or not? The gist of it, and you can read the whole thing, but the gist of it is that a massive Arctic snowstorm hit that valley for 3 days with temperatures estimated at negative 75 degrees, and everybody died. Everybody in the valley in Jennings died.
Negative 70, right?
75 degrees, which is freaking cold.
Didn't exactly.
No. The second one is
Sorry.
a certain house in, I think it's College Hill. I just put that on there so we will it. Everybody died. Again, a lot of people died.
College
It turned
Hill?
out to be Bertella, the Bertelli mansion.
Oh, right.
Bernardo died as well. His name's on the list, as well as several servants. Armando Bertelli is still, well, not so large. Armando Bertelli is wanted for questioning. His Rolls Royce was missing. Yeah, that's the gist of that. That happened a week or so towards the end of September.
Okay.
Yeah, police are searching for him. Or looking for him to question him. You start finding that your fence has been less, you're giving away too much, but your fence has been less negotiable. He hasn't wanted to deal with you as much. Let's see, what else happened? Okay. In October, this happened. Your fence started being less, you weren't able to sell your stuff. You're having more difficulty finding a place to sell it. Your reliable fences in the mob here in town have been either not available or have not been willing to work for you. You've had to find some new guys. You also came back home to your apartment one night in early November, and found the unmistakable signs that someone had been there. When you looked over the apartment, certain things were just a little out of place, as if someone had searched the entire apartment. Does your character, you checked your stash, and even that appeared to have been meddled with a little? Things were not the way, I mean, I'm assuming that your guy, like, puts hairs in certain places occasionally, at least, like, for the stash.
Well, he gives a kind of good memory. He's like, hey,
Yes.
yeah, kind of,
No.
I'm sorry.
So,
I'm
I'm
gonna move to this side, actually.
You going under it?
Uh,
Anyway, sorry. So, nothing appeared to be missing, John. There's nothing missing, which was weird for you because if somebody breaks in your house, it's usually probably to steal something. So that was unnerving. Nothing was missing. Does your character keep? You can just leave that on the counter,
Great.
and then we'll deal with throwing away like the big stuff all at once. Does your character have an address book?
He's got a binder of sorts, yeah.
Okay. Does he keep that hidden like in his secret stash area? Or
Nah, he just kind of keeps it out. Yeah,
it looked like that was moved as well in metal. Yeah, and so just very unnerving. And whoever did this, it was professionally done. The doors locked. The windows were still barred. Not barred. The windows were locked. Everything was, but you noticed that things are out of place, and it's like someone.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's an uneasy feeling that you get. And a few nights later, after that, are there any other precautions that you would like to take after finding this out in early November?
This is early November, you said?
Yeah, it would be early, like the first week in November is when you came home and you noticed this. You're like, wait, this wasn't here. Oh, and then once you realized, you did like a thorough search of your place because you thought you'd been robbed.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was assuming that maybe one of Mr. Bertelli's goons had come after me for some reason or another.
Could be that,
He's kind of disappeared and is wanted by the police, so what's he up to?
Okay. So, a few nights after that, there is a knock at your door. Knock, knock, knock.
I am going to,
You gonna do the procedure?
stand beside the door and kind of, say nice and loudly, who is it?
It's Bertelli, old boy. Are you there? I've been trying to find you for days.
Bertelli?
Not Bertelli. Pendergast, old boy.
I was like, wait a minute.
Sorry, I totally blanked on the name and put the wrong name. Sorry, it's Pendergast, old boy. You're finally home.
Say, when did you do that? Picked up an accent.
This is Saturday.
And I do let him in and ask him what's up, and if he would like anything to drink, any coffee or water.
I always like something to drink, old man. Gonna have a little get together tonight. Meeting up in my apartment. You're more than welcome to come up. We'll have little drinkies and little chatties, if you so desire.
Now, is this after I blew off his little party get
Yes. Yeah. You haven't seen him since then.
Mm-hmm.
He looks a little haggard, like he's been working, which you've never seen Pendergast do. So you're just like, wow. But he's like, yeah, we're gonna blow off some steam tonight. Whew. And he does look a little worse for wear. It doesn't look quite as, he's still Pendergast. These pictures here. Yeah, he's still Pendergast, still a good-looking guy, but he looks like he's, I don't know, a little worse, like I said, a little worse for wear.
Mm-hmm.
So can I count on you, will you? Come on.
Yes, sure, I certainly will. When again, you said this evening?
Yes, anytime for supper time. Come right around supper time.
Mm-hmm.
And then he heads out, unless you stop him or have anything else you want to say to him.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm gonna just kind of let him wander off at that point.
Okay, yeah, he lives up on the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
On the back. Actually, he's directly over you.
Okay.
As far as the second floor and near the basement, there's one apartment in between you two. You two guys, are you going to go back to Pendergast's?
I wasn't invited.
You just threw an invitation out, though. He didn't really.
I thought he was talking directly to him.
Oh, you might. You can think that if you want. But
No, that's what I thought.
are you going to Pendergast's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was gonna get drinks.
Yes. From
Right, because he
Pendergast.
invited you, not me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't remember. I thought it was just
no,
an
I
general
think
thing.
you were invited too.
Oh.
It's Pendergast. He invites everybody.
He does invite everybody.
Do you just roll your eyes at your own character?
Pendergast is pretty flighty and fancy for you, or he wants to be. But you can go. Would you go?
If I thought I was invited.
Okay, it's up to you if you think you're invited. If you didn't think you were invited, maybe your character doesn't. We'll figure out a way to get you involved.
I just didn't think I was invited at all.
Okay.
I had no idea who was talking to me.
Okay, it was pretty general. Are you
Okay.
going or not? That's all I need to know.
I mean, I'll go.
Okay, so you two arrive. McKeefe. Yeah, you know McKeefe. Yeah, okay. And did you want to arrive like early enough that if there was dinner you'd get some?
Yeah.
Okay, good. He's got food there too. So yeah, you two arrive a little bit later. Did you go out to eat first, or did you have dinner first, or did you come expecting food?
It's Pendergast again, so I'd probably expect food.
Okay, so you're coming around dinner time. What about you?
Well, I don't know what we did after we left it for Providence.
What was there anything you wanted to do that day, specifically?
I guess I tried to call what's his face again.
Oh, Huxtable? Yeah, there's no answer.
Yeah, I think so.
He's so helpful.
He's not here. I'm not.
I know.
Oh, it's raining.
I'm just messing.
Come on, thunder and lightning. Now I'm set the mood nicely.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I'll just be like, I wonder what that book of fairy tales was about. I wonder if I'll mind if I crash their party and see the book.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I didn't stay. I was like
Okay.
really grumpy at him right then.
So you go back around a little after dinner then? Okay, we'll deal with you first, James. You show up, and there's someone you don't recognize there. He looks like. Is he blonde too?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's blonde, not
He
very.
looks like that picture.
Yeah, not super handsome, but also not exactly disgusting.
He's not Charity. He's not here.
Charity.
Oh, did you see?
If you start feeling wet on your back, let me know. I don't think it'll come that far. Okay, so Jesus. Oh
That was a strong gust.
no. Yeah, I'm gonna open this one again. That way we'll still get air in here. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Do me a psychology check, John.
Psychology check?
Yeah, this could be funny if you make this.
Wonderful. Give me one
That's
second.
so
Oh, and I did
nice.
finally get around to getting the miniature
It's
painted
so
up.
awesome.
Oh, is this your guy?
Yeah, Caitlin painted hers up too, but not being able to come along, she wasn't able to show it.
That's awesome.
That's cool. I love that.
Kind of
I
reminds
hope
me.
you live now.
Kind of reminds me of the opening guy from Fallout, right? A little bit, maybe.
Nice.
46, yeah, I failed this
You failed?
psychology roll.
Yes.
Yeah, I failed.
Okay, you can make a psychology roll too.
For who? Sorry.
You make a
No.
psychology.
What am I doing it for?
Oh yeah,
We'll
you're
find
the
out.
what, police officer?
Oh, sorry. Psychology. No.
No. Okay, great. Okay, so you arrive. Describe yourself, your character. Skinny,
Fairly average.
small.
Yeah, skinny, average looking.
He's wearing a suit or something now, right? For now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
my
Little
opinion,
guy, kind of
yes.
a not little. How tall? What's your size, John?
12.
11.
11. So a little shorter than you. Dark complected, part Italian.
Y'all are tiny.
Uh,
Taller than
All of my people are tiny.
and the guy's like, McKeefe, John McKeefe. This is Anthony Bridges. Anthony, this is John.
Hello.
Pleasure to meet you. Bridges, you said?
Bridges, yes.
Yeah. He walks the beat around here. That's how we got to know each other. And John is in Antiquities.
Nice. You don't see many people in that.
He lives in the basement. That's how we know each other. He's pouring drinks for you guys, and he's got the food out. It's like Chinese food or something. Looks like takeout or something. And so, how was your visit? How did the sanitarium look? Oh, did you know Manfred Donald?
Yeah, I knew him somewhat.
Did you know he went mad?
Didn't hear about that, no.
Ooh. Well, he went crazy, and he's catatonic. So I had him committed. It was kind of my fault. I had him committed to Home Sanitarium. Sorry. To Home Sanitarium. You recognize that place. That's the place that you went up to with Miss Holland to visit her crazy friend Timmons. So you've been there before. It's north of town. There's a little town called Greenwood, just north of Providence. It's up in that town. Had him committed, paying all of his expenses. Yes, my family and I had a bit of a falling out after they made me executive of the entire fortune, so we're having some problems with the courts. So how did the sanitarium look? You got a tour or something?
Yes. There's a lot of people.
Crazy people?
Yeah.
Yes,
But,
that's what they'll find. You'll find there.
True. Yeah, there was one person that kind of stuck out a little bit.
Was it
a
Manfred?
child.
Well, I'm sure they're crazy children as well. Knock, 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 knock. Oh! And the guest goes over. He's all happy. Opens up the door. You recognize... Yeah, Natalia, Dr. Polichev.
My name.
Yeah, he doesn't know, but he
I know.
knows your name because
I know, but I was hoping I could do the same thing I did with McKeefe.
he's...
Huxtable.
You can try. But she's gonna recognize you.
I
It's
know.
not like you did
Huxtable.
surgery on yourself.
No.
So you recognize who it is. Oh, Miss Porter, come in.
Yes. I met you before. John McKeefe.
You met
Yes.
you two know each other.
Yes, me being Natalie Porter.
Yes, of course. I have met you before. Doctor, I'm sorry, Miss. Porter. Oh, I'm sorry. You said your name was Miss Porter?
You know me.
Well, how'd you met her before?
Natalie Porter. It's
What's
been
much
a while.
drink there, dude?
Yes, it's been a while.
Oh,
I guess that even people forget their own names sometimes.
So this sounds weird, but
Well, I never have. But... So he introduces McKeefe as an antiquities seller or something. He's not sure what he does. And introduces Bridget as a hop. And I'm sorry, what do you do, Miss Porter? I don't think
I work at the library at Brown University.
Oh, you're a librarian.
Also, I sound a lot more American, but still kind of weird.
Yeah, her accent doesn't sound as Russian. It's got it like falls back into Russian every several words or whatever. Like she hasn't quite learned how to do it yet.
My excuse is I'm from New York and they have lots of different people up there.
And then they start discussing this asylum because Pendergast wants all the details.
Oh, you're talking about the asylum.
we found an ugly statue. That stuck out. It even looked uglier than the receptionist.
Ugh, that is ugly.
This guy over here talking about ugly statues.
Wait, what?
So you saw an ugly statue?
Yeah.
Was it big? Like
No, it was a small one on a table.
I mean, it looked kind of
About
Native
this
American
big.
to me. It had
How
a.
big was
yeah,
it?
it was about 10 inches.
Okay.
A little less than the front top. Right? Ugly statue.
I mean, it was Native American and old looking, but I didn't really see anything unique about
A
it.
lot of
besides
the
that it was
people
ugly.
in there didn't look that crazy.
Didn't-
Or a few of them. Well, actually, no, we didn't say how they looked, like distress-wise. They could have looked the part more than their pictures did.
Yes, well, I had men from committed there, so they went to look the place over, and we found an ugly statue.
What served me well
Yeah,
was
it was kind of. I don't know why he was in the dining room. I wouldn't want to eat near that thing.
well, some people have religious things. I mean, I didn't see anyone that was living there that looked particularly Native American or working there, so. But, I mean, it's just decoration. People are doing things.
Interesting. I too have come across some strange antiquities in my time.
But I am a little disturbed because I believe the doctor lied to us about one of the patients, and I'm not sure I feel comfortable leaving Manfred somewhere where the doctor lies to.
Well, they've got a great reputation. Well, I checked the reputation of the place out, and apparently they've, well, I checked it up to a point. It's been there for about 15 years. People in town probably know better than me, but they only had a few people like die in that time. 4 or 5 is what I read. And that book was a few years old.
So you base your reputation solely on how many people have died? What about
Well, no, that's
medical
just the thing that
practice?
sticks out. There weren't many people that they haven't had any big problems that I could see. At least up to, like I said, the book was published 2 years ago.
Book?
It was a book, something in a library, who's who of sanitariums, I don't remember.
What? You were reading a book about.
Sanitariums Weekly.
I did some research on the sanitarium, found it was very well established. It's a very expensive sanitarium because of how good the turnover rate is, as far as curing people. Dr. Freytag? Freegan, that's it, Dr. Freegan. He was apparently very well versed in cures.
I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable. All of the windows had bars on them, including the one for the staff and in the offices. No one could get in or out unless they went through the front gate.
Really?
And all of the people who worked there seemed very lacking in personality.
Well, maybe they're just, I don't know. Huh?
But everybody gets bored with their job eventually.
There was more
In
than
those
bored.
lower ranks.
Well, what would you want to do about it then?
I don't know. There's a 13-year-old boy in there that's bound and gagged, and they said it was because he couldn't walk or talk, and so they bound and gagged him.
Well,
Yes, that didn't.
make sure you can't walk and talk.
What?
It makes sure you can't walk and talk.
But they said he was non-dangerous, and he only came there because he lost the ability to talk and the ability to walk.
Huh.
And they put him in the highest security area. That doesn't sound right.
That does sound strange. Manfred seemed okay though. Manfred seemed alright.
Yeah, but if they're lying about that, what else are they lying about? What if they
I don't
are doing
know.
experiments on Manfred? I don't know that I trust them.
I didn't see any stuff. Yeah. What kind of experiments?
They said they were doing these chemical experiments, and I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
You guys are just a librarian.
And you're just a sexist pig.
No, I'm not good.
Just gonna let that dangle there. You won't write in a car with a woman, and you just a librarian. Thank you.
Keep going, guys.
Yeah, no, I had something about that. Being rude to invite someone to something without inviting other people.
What?
What?
Like in the middle of the party.
Where? I was
Or,
wondering.
I'm
Do you
sorry,
still?
the get together.
Do you have the book still here? I was just wondering if I could look at it.
Actually, no, I took that home.
Oh.
But I was planning on my day off. I might just delay the story. But anyways, I'm just gonna go with it. I was planning on taking my family out to a picnic tomorrow on my other day off. If you're in the park, where we plan on going to, blah 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 blah. If you're around there, I can show you the book.
Well, I don't want to interrupt. English just. Don't want to interrupt your family outing. That would.
Why? I was gonna invite you too, Pendergast.
Tomorrow?
A picnic in the park.
Oh yeah, I can go.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
He's fine. He's been drinking a little, obviously. But if you're worried about it, perhaps you can do some. You're librarian. You can do some research on the place and find out, make sure everything is above board.
I don't know that I trust public works. Said the librarian.
I mean, there should be some information in town if you want to get it. Find about if anything been going on there. It's not like they can't live in a bubble. If they're doing something, someone must have heard something. There's
Have
a
you ever
library in
seen-
Greenwood, isn't there? Maybe there's some information there.
How long have you lived here again?
In Providence?
Yeah.
3 or 4 years.
Have you seen any of those people that work here outside of there? Outside of the
I've never
Asylum?
been there before.
I know. Have you seen them? You saw them though. You've never seen them outside of the sanitarium?
No,
Never seen them on the
I've
street?
been there twice.
No, not there. I meant like out in the town.
I've not been. Only reason I went to Greenwood was to go to the sanitarium. Greenwood's a separate town from Providence. It's a couple miles north of Providence.
Okay.
And Greenwood's a little town,
Okay.
about maybe 500 people.
I
that
forgot
the
that part.
sanitarium is there.
Okay. Never mind.
So, and Providence is a big city. If you hadn't seen them around Providence, it wouldn't be surprising if you never ran into somebody.
Okay.
So, it's the capital of Rhode Island. Indeed.
What?
So, what's the plan? What do you guys want to do?
Are you bringing up stuff, McKeefe?
Bringing
You
up
guys
stuff.
talk? Have you guys got talk?
What? What?
Shush. Let him do whatever he wants.
Um,
He said,
McKeefe, I haven't
Oh.
seen you for a while.